Hello everybody, and happy Saturday to you all, even though it is currently Wednesday for me. I'm inking just a somewhere other page today, and learning from last time, I know not to wear a ball cap, and to keep the ink on this side so I don't get any weird, like, focus issues. So yeah. Just an easier page today, shouldn't take me too long to ink it. Well, I'm doing this again earlier in the week for two reasons. It's supposed to be pretty rainy on the weekend, and I don't know what that would do for lighting, even though it's like not exactly bright out right now, so it's probably where I'm getting a bit of a glare around here. And the other reason is I'm going to visit my parents. So, yeah, I wasn't able to make it home for Father's Day last weekend, so I'm going to go visit them this time and just spend the afternoon with them. That's probably about it. Relax on Sunday. Next weekend's Mario Maker. We're having a little get together for that. Any reason to party, I will take it. And then some. I've only got one question this time, still from lag time. Their question for me, just checking the camera, seems good. Their question for me was, do Wimpwitch and Somewhere Other take place in the same universe? And at first, the answer, one sec, just checking things all over the place today. First, the answer was yes. I was originally going to intend them to be in the same universe, but I figured there's just too many rules to Somewhere Other that I try to keep track of, and I didn't want to have to refer back to that for my other comic. I just wanted it to be kind of a free and fun project, so I didn't bother. So yeah, Yulene was, designed to be a muddling, and I kept that design. But her kisses are not healing like theirs would be. And that is the answer to that. Getting very, very close to the end of Wimpwitch. I know I say this every time, but so close. I've already finished this week's page. Again, because I'm going to be out of town this weekend, I'm trying to get some things done a little earlier. The only other thing left on my agenda is to get my pages scanned so I can prep them for Sunday, because I will be home that day. I'm going to have one day off. I am looking forward to visit my parents. It was the house I grew up in. They still live there, and literally cabin in the woods. I grew up in a log cabin with like a handful of neighbors, but you couldn't see any of them. Just surrounded by woods, which I really like. That's why I appreciate the woods as much as I do, because, grew up in it. The fun part about growing up in the woods is you need to keep a dip net or fishing net in your living room to catch the bats when they get in. Which at least once a summer that would happen. They would kind of get in through the chimney. So that was always fun and nightmarish to try and catch those things. They're fast, and they're very small around here. Only the size of a tiny, tiny mouse without the wings. And they get so upset. Which, poor bats. But, we'd try and get them out safely. Squirrels are a different story. They're a nightmare to catch. I know I said bats are a nightmare. Squirrels are nightmare times 10. Because they'll jump at you where the bats just want to avoid you. Dang, I'm sorry, I was going all the way over there. It's hard for me to determine where my page is when I'm inking, because I can't see the camera. I guess on the subject of squirrels, when I was really little, I don't know, 9-ish, maybe 8 or 9, we had pet squirrels, not because we went out and specifically got them, because one had gotten into our house and had like 7 babies in my sister's sock drawer, which we, as soon as we found them, we closed it and, left it alone. And the mother moved them the next day, of course, because we had found them. And then about a week or 2 later, I can't remember how long it was, we found the mother. She had fell into the toilet during the night and died, which was really sad. And a few days later, we found the babies. They were old enough for us to look after them at that point. They were kind of in the ceiling above the computer. One fell out, and my dad kind of reached up in there and pulled his hand out, and there's the other 6 just crawling all over him. So we raised them until they were old enough to go out on their own. They're some fun. We lost 2 of them, unfortunately. Just circumstances, but the other 5 survived, which was nice. They were so cute. Pretty tame too, since we got them pretty young. You could hold them, no problem. That's probably the weirdest pet I had besides my ducks I had when I was really little, like 5 or 6. I had my girls. I only remember one of their names. It was Majesta, after the toilet paper. Very good at naming things, may I add, as a 5-year-old. Summer's almost here. I think next week, actually. Finally enjoying some nice weather because I'm always so cold. It's probably because I have no muscle mass on me whatsoever. I'm a weakling, and it keeps me from, retaining any body heat. If that's how that works, I don't know. I am not smart. Trying to think of topics today. My life isn't exactly very exciting. The only thing I can talk about is the delicious soup I have in the oven right now, which should be ready for lunch tomorrow. Well, it'll be ready in about 15 minutes. But the longer you leave it, the better it is. Got this whole bean crock I just kind of load up with vegetables every night. Let it go for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and there. Tomorrow's lunch is ready. Cheap, easy, just throw whatever vegetables you want in there. Hamburger if you have it. It's always good, or a chopped up sausage. A little bit of sweet potato, some turnip. Delicious. Very few foods I won't eat. Didn't really feel like cooking tonight, so I just had a peanut butter and pickle sandwich. Don't knock it till you try it. It's my favorite. It's weird, but a nice sweet and salty combo. It's delicious. Well, I don't know. There are really no topics tonight. I've been sleeping better these last few days, so a little less antsy and restless. Now that my shoulder's feeling better. Still hurts a little bit, but, a little bit at a time. I don't have as much energy tonight as I normally would. Which is kind of the opposite of what sleeping better should cause, but I guess it just calms me down. Such as it be. I am looking forward to having a belated Father's Day afternoon with my dad, I guess. First thing he does whenever we get in the door is he pulls out the scotch, pours one for everyone in the room except my brother. He doesn't drink. But Alright, get in here, bottoms up, pick your glass. So I got him a Blue Noser shot glass for, as a Father's Day gift. It's about that tall. See how that fares for you, Dad. You'll laugh. I have to get him one more thing. A little card or something. Well, I send him a card, but one more thing to go with that. Maybe some candy. He likes rockets, which I guess in the States are called Smarties. You know, the little chalky tubes of candy. They're really good, but them's rockets. We got the chocolate Smarties, which I find delicious. A lot of people don't like them. I mean, I guess M&M's are objectively better, but I don't know. If I had to choose between the two, I'd pick Smarties. That's just me, though. Canadian Smarties, not American Smarties. Rockets are still good, but nothing beats a chocolate Smartie. I am an absolute sucker for candy. I eat way too much of it. There's 2 candy stores in town. One's called Freak Lunchbox, and the other is Sweet Jane's. And Sweet Jane's is like 2-minute, if that, walk from work. So like every Friday, I usually walk up there and get a whole bunch of bulk candy. Phil likes the sour worms and chicken feet candy. My favorite is, I really like black licorice of any kind, and spearmint leaves, so good. Hot tamales, and they don't have these at Sweet Jane's, but at Freak Lunchbox they have like these bubblegum flavored pink and blue bottle candies, and they're so delicious. I need to go back to Freak Lunchbox if I can get those. Also, I don't know if you saw that image that was going around last year of the candy called Sonic Droppings. Yeah, that was taken at Freak Lunchbox. They're pretty good with their jokes when it comes to the candy names. They had some fizzy bone candy and they drew papyrus on it, which was really cute. Maybe I'll go get some stuff for my dad and myself at Freak Lunchbox this week. This page is going by pretty quick. Probably for the best since I don't really have much talk energy today. I don't know why. I've only had like 4 cups of tea. I usually have 8 by this point. I need more. I haven't had enough. On the weekends I have like teapots like that. I'll have 2 of those full before noon even hits. I like tea a lot. Another thing I finished this week was a request my brother made for his birthday. Just a drawing he wanted this year, except it had like 25 characters in it. Like, the inking isn't the bad part for that, because that means, you know, all the thinking is done for it. All you gotta do is fill it in. I guess that's why I like inking so much, because it's pretty much just follow the guideline for the most part. A little bit of guesswork here and there, but not much. But just putting the composition together for that was like way more than my brain was capable of handling. But I hope he likes how it turned out. My bro is big into crossover stuff, and like his current favorite is like Disney and Nintendo crossover. Kind of a la Kingdom Hearts. Except I don't think he's ever played those games, honestly. I was going over that direction. I don't know why. Just want to go that way today. But yeah. Like a Super Smash Brothers and Disney thing. I don't think it turned out too bad. There's a couple characters I'm not crazy happy about. I'm not good at drawing like anime characters, so you know, Pit and Fox. Fox isn't anime. I'm just not good at drawing Fox. Neither of them turned out very good. Sorry if I'm quiet-ish. Some days I just don't have much, well, we all have days where it's just, you know, our energy is low, I guess. Doc said I'm also like cyclothymic, which can affect my mood. That's one I have to research a bit more, but same doc that gave me the ADHD diagnosis, so I assume he knows what he's talking about. Just some days the motivation ain't there. One more. This was a quick one. Sometimes when I'm inking or sketching out pages, I'll notice like I like this drawing, but like it's way too far over, so I'll add like a little ink arrow just so I know that in Photoshop to nudge that over. And then I'll try and ink out this direction a little bit further, but if not, I can add that in post. Just little things to help. And if I ink the arrow in, I'll actually remember to do it since it won't get erased. Hooray. It was supposed to be my high school reunion this weekend, which is why I'm going to my parents' place in the first place, since they're in town where my high school was, but it got postponed. Oh well. Not too concerned about it. I haven't really spoken to any of them in 10 years anyway. I can wait another month. I only keep in contact with one person I went to high school with. We were best friends when we were kids. That's a lie. I only keep in contact with one person that was in my class. My bud Shayna was in high school with me as well. And we still see each other like once every couple of weeks. Shayna's cool. She was just a couple grades younger than me. I saw the best thing on the weekend on my way to work. It was on the ferry. We take a ferry to work because I live across the harbor. And someone was like just holding onto their bicycle, and they had one of those bubble backpacks that you put pets in, and there was this little chihuahua in it. And if you know me, you know how much I want a chihuahua someday. And she looked so content and just happy to be going on an adventure. I'd love to get a little deer head chihuahua, like the ones with little long snoots. They're so cute. Love to have one someday. Even got a name picked out. But it's a secret to the internet. All my friends know what it is. Someday I'll have a doggy. Don't really have the time for one right now. And if I get a dog, I want to be able to like at least devote the first like 2 months to like just being with it, so I can, you know, help it get accustomed to us and, you know, get it trained and socialized properly. And I can't do that if I'm working full time. We'll see someday if anything changes, or if I even like move to a place where I'm like really close to where I work, so I can at least like go on my lunch breaks and take care of the pup. But you know, it's a future thought. I'm sure someday the opportunity will arise. I mean, I grew up with dogs, so can't imagine not ever having one again. In fact, when I was little, I'll have to find the picture. I didn't sleep in the crib. I kind of just went and crashed in the dog bed with the dogs. They were my friends and my brothers. My parents just kind of let me drop wherever I fell asleep. And then they'd carry me over later, but they let me sleep in the dog bed. My boys kept me safe. And that's that. That was a fairly quick one today. Hopefully I was in focus for the most part. Just fill that in and yeah. Ta-da! Easy one today. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna start like making little like what's the word I'm looking for? Just writing out topics just so I can like refer to them, because I would like to do a longer video of maybe like inking 2 pages, or maybe not even pages, just like some extra drawings. And because a lot of the times when I ink, I have like a little pile of warm-up drawings that I'll start with, and then I'll move on to pages, but for the future. So yeah, thanks for watching, and thanks for all the support I've been getting. You can send any questions to my Twitter or email as always, and have a good day/evening.